Suswagatam. We talk today about lifestyle diseases, whether it is asthma, diabetes, hypertension, heart problem, epilepsy, migraine, irritable bowel syndrome, spondylosis, back pain, cancer, or psychiatric disorders like anxiety, depression, schizophrenia, manic depressive psychosis, and a host of others. What is that which you call as lifestyle which cause the diseases? We have been seeing over the last 2 days, it is the Rajasic lifestyle that causes the problem. And what is that Rajasic lifestyle which causes the problem? Excessive speed of mind, uncontrolled speed of mind, uncontrolled desires, greed, normal desires turning themselves into greed, and unsatiable desires. The more you have, the more you want, more you want. And this has been triggered in our society due to our ignorance about the totality of the whole universe. The modern science, which has fathomed the physical world almost in its totality, thought that money is the end. Money is most important. If you want to measure the growth of a country, it is the GNP, and it is the money that makes everything. Therefore, everything is measured in terms of money, and the economic theories also were so made that they trigger off more and more desires. You have to invoke more and more desires, and unless you increase your desire, there cannot be economic progress. This is at the base of our Rajasic lifestyle. The second dimension, which has turned ourselves into Rajasic lifestyle, is our education system. In our ignorance, we thought there are only 2 states of mind. One is ignorance, laziness, lethargy, calmness, peace, silence, and no action. Another state of mind, which is very dynamic, full of brilliance, intelligence, sharpness, and rush and speed. These are the 2 states of mind that the Western society fathomed. They could not recognize a third state of mind and could not distinguish difference laziness, sharpness, laziness, drowsiness and sleepiness with calmness and silence. First time in the history of the Western society, the credit goes to Maharishi Mahesh Yogi, who brought in transcendental meditation, in which he showed there is a third state which he called as transcendence, in which the person can be very calm, very quiet, and full of inner silence, full of inner satisfaction and joy, but yet he can be very dynamic, full of intelligence, brilliance, sharpness, and very efficient. He showed it with number of research papers that were published. Dr. Benson, Relaxation Response in Harvard University, and number of the top researchers of the world brought out this fact, and the movement of TM spread like wildfire in those 70s. For the first time in the history came this third dimension of mind. The state of mind in which you have the calmness, but yet you have the brilliance. You have the inner silence, yet you have all the best of the efficiency. And there is no tamas, there is no laziness, lethargy, ignorance and drowsiness and sleepiness. But unfortunately, that dimension has not percolated into our education system yet. Though there are universities and colleges who bring transcendental meditation as an adjunct, but it has not gone into the very infrastructure of the education system. Therefore, still the education system in our country harnesses only the intellectual faculty, the speed of the mind, the Russian speed of the mind being promoted at all levels. Faster reading, quicker memory, faster memory, and photographic memory, increase. You should be very fast, very dynamic, and get the things faster and faster and faster. Increase the amount of information. It is so pathetic to see that our youngsters carry big loads of their books, and it's so devastating to see that they have no time for play, and when they come home they have to go for tuition and study and study and study and study. Why? Everything hinged on one wrong concept, that you have to be speeded up, you should be never satisfied, you should be full of desires, increasing desires. But we have seen the hazards of this lifestyle and all the social unrest, terrorism, gun culture, the drug culture, the alcoholism and the smoking, everything due to this one factor of Rajasic lifestyle. It is this which you call as lifestyle causing the disease, lifestyle diseases. Thousands of years back in our country, Sri Krishna in Bhagavad Gita has beautifully brought out that the third dimension, the sattvic lifestyle, we are seeing. Therefore, in sattvic lifestyle, what is the difference? It is the dimension of giving, it is the dimension of love and compassion, it is the dimension of moving towards more and more selflessness, it is the dimension in which we control ourselves, moderation, and everything not just for me, for others, for my family, for my village, for my society, for my country, for the whole nation. Broadening the small limited perspective which characterizes the Rajasic lifestyle. In Rajasic lifestyle, everything for me, I don't care for others. I don't see that other people should be helped. Everything should be very give and take. It should be business. So therefore, the Karma Yoga, it gives us the secret or the basis of this lifestyle, postulates three types of lifestyles which I have been seeing, the Tamasic, Rajasic and the Sattvic. And it is the Sattvic that all religions try to promote. Whether the 10 Commandments of Christ, or the Yama, Niyama or Patanjali, or the 10 dimensions of the Manu Dharma Shastra, everything talks about the Sattvic dimension, a Sattvic way of life, a Sattvic lifestyle, a lifestyle of Dana, Daya and Dhamma, lifestyle of giving, Dana, lifestyle of Daya, love and compassion, a lifestyle of the control over mind. It is this dimension that is most important. And Krishna says, this is not the end of the game. You may be very sattvic, you may be very selfless, you have a lot of humanitarian consideration, you are dana, daya, dhamma, all included in your thing. You are a greatly religious person, but yet you may end up with many problems. Why? Because now there could be intellectual conflicts. Conflict between one duty and another duty, conflict between one ethical character and another ethical character, or it could be a conflict between one duty and humanitarian consideration, various ways in which there could be the conflicts. I know about that. is Satya and Satya, Satya and Ahimsa, duty versus beauty, duty versus ethics. Why ethics? Why duty? And then the very meaning of life. A conflict between duty and ethics brought the whole of the Bhagavad Gita. Whereas Yoga Vasishtha came into existence because of very questioning of the meaning of the life. Sri Rama, the young lad, full of energy, vitality, in his teens, he was becoming the crown princess soon. But then he got into a mood of great melancholy. He lost interest in all aspects and he sat in a corner. And the parents were worried. With all their love and affection, they went and then talked to Sri Rama, who was completely isolated himself. They asked, what has happened to you, O Rama? Rama said, nothing has happened, I am fine, nothing to worry. But he was not participating in any of the activities, not participating in taking even food. Sometimes he may take very little food, but isolating himself. It was clear that he was very worried. It was very clear that he was in great conflict. But he did not think that any of the parents could solve his problem. The great Vishwamitra came to seek the assistance of Sri Rama and Lakshmana to Dasharatha. And when he came to the courtyard, Dasharatha with all his wonderful hospitality welcomed, and there comes Vishwamitra. Then he seeks the help of Rama and Lakshmana. And Dasharatha says, oh great Maharshi, my boy Rama is in great depression. And for several months now, he is in deep melancholy. And we could not help him. Then Vishwamitra says, okay, please bring him to the courtyard. With all reverence, Rama comes and bows his head to the great Maharshi Vishwamitra. And Vishwamitra asks, please explain what is your problem. Then, in the first chapter of Yoga Vasishtha, Sri Rama explains his state. Just like in Bhagavad Gita, we have the Arjuna Vishada Yoga. There in Yoga Vasishtha, we have the melancholy of Sri Rama. And Sri Rama explains his state due to an inner questioning of the very basis of life. What is this life for? Is there a meaning to the life? We all take birth, we are in our childhood, we get educated, and we go on and start earning. One day we get married, we produce children, take care of the children, and one day we become old, and one day we die. Is it all to that? Or is there something which is deeper? Is there some meaning? And Rama in his quest, with the best of his brilliance, could not get any answer. He thought there is no meaning to life. The life is so full of misery. And the life is so short-lived. And the Vruddhapya comes, the old age comes, and all dilapidations occur, aging occurs, and there is no solution. And our life is governed by some special force it looks, the time, and the person who is full of joy and vigor and vitality suddenly is diagnosed as cancer, or his life is gone. A person who is just going in a street, in his teens, there is an accident, he dies. Another person gets into a virus attack and then succumbs to the infection and dies. We have no control, we have no freedom, and there is nothing that can save us. So therefore, every one aspect of our life is all programmed by something higher. Kalena sarvam. Kala, the time. Therefore, O great Maharshi, I don't find any meaning in this life, and there is no freedom for us in this life. Everything is governed by some cosmic forces, and that is the reason for my melancholy, and I'm just there isolated myself. Then Vishwamitra explains to all the people and to Sri Rama, Arjuna, just like Krishna advised Arjuna, here Vishwamitra tells Sri Rama, Sri Rama, yours is no disease, yours is no psychiatric problem, yours is no psychological disorder, and there nothing has happened in your entire body. Then what is this? This is called Vairagya. This is called renunciation. We had a great example of Shukacharya, who also got into this melancholy. The great divine renunciation, which has arisen of the wisdom questioning. And once he got this gnana, once he got the yogic wisdom base, all his problems when he became a Paramagnani. You are also going to become like this. Then Rama gets a ray of hope. Oh, there are answers to this question. There's a meaning to this life. There's an aim in my life. Okay. Oh, great Vaishya, please let me know what is that. Then he says, he directs to Vasishtha. He is your Kulaguru. He is the master of masters. He is the greatest of the Gnanis that this world has found. So please request Vasishtha. And that is how Vasishtha teaches Sri Rama bring out that wonderful book called Yoga Vasishtha. Therefore, to answer these questions, very deep psychological conflicts, we resort to the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Yoga Vasishtha, and our ancient Indian lore. It's only here that you can get the secret. So what Krishna says, that's why we saw that the first and the foremost is to raise above the sattva. Sattvic way of life is good, religious way of thing is good, but there is something higher, and that is called Gunatita Sthiti. The first thing he said was that by the shloka you have right to perform the action. All actions should be chosen as good actions, sattvic lifestyle. So at the beginning of the work, karmani vate adhikaraha, you have a choice to choose a wrong action or a right action, good action or a bad action. So you should not choose a rajasic action or a tamasic action, but choose a sattvic action. Number one. But then you do all your best. Good planning, good execution, everything, good investments, but you are not sure of the result. Because you do not understand the totality of the whole set of laws between the initiation of the action and the result of the action. Therefore, what is to be done? The result is not in your hands. But once you get the result, then again you have a choice. Maintain that samatva. So the lifestyle that Krishna prescribes above sattva is the samatva, equanimity. This is what we call as maturity. What is the difference between an ordinary executive and a master executive? A master executive can take any amount of difficulties, challenges, problems that arises. But a novice, he just succumbs and he gets lost. Therefore, you have to raise above the sattva. With all good intention, Arjuna went to the war field. But he got completely confused. Conflict between duty sense and the humanitarian considerations. He thought it is better that I leave all these things and give all this kingdom to my cousins. Let them enjoy and let us go to the forest. Instead of killing my own teachers, my own gurus, my own great Gnani Bhishma, grandsire. No, I cannot do that. So that was a conflict in which Arjuna was torn apart. And Krishna has to resurrect him. So the secret number one he gives to Arjuna is that you have right to perform the action, but you have no right to get at the result. But once the result comes, you maintain equanimity. That is the dimension. Then Krishna says, okay, from there you have to go to the next level of higher lifestyle. What is that higher lifestyle? Yogastha kuru karmani Sangam Jaktva Dhananjaya Siddhya Siddhyo Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Bhujyate. He says that having recognized the karma to be done and the higher dimension of karma, maintaining the calmness is very important, and tune yourself to that inner silence and do all activities. Not only at the result level, you have to maintain the samatva. At all levels as you progress, you should be able to maintain that awareness, you have to maintain that relaxation, you have to maintain that calmness of mind, you have to maintain that maturity. So your maturity as a top executive should be not only in the end, but right from beginning at every level there should be the equanimity. The samatva should be maintained. I remember launching of the rocket to put man on the moon. So the first rocket which started flying up to the air, it went up and going in the right direction, everything was successful, but a meteor came and hit. Therefore the entire rocket which was going in the right direction started turning, came down, collapsed and burned. The whole mission was a total failure. So people start thinking how to overcome this unexpected meteoric hit to the whole rocket. Then they developed an added system in which they continuously monitor the trajectory of the rocket, and if a meteor hits, it starts coming down, then they put small rockets to bring back the rocket to the same trajectory. So at every moment, the trajectory is checked, and if it goes out of order, immediately it is brought back, by firing suitable small rockets at different levels. And this is how the first putting on the man on the moon, 1969, was a big success. What does that mean? You have to correct your trajectory at every moment. Because you don't know when a meteor hits, you don't know when other influences start coming, but you should be extremely careful. So in the computer trajectory, every millisecond, if not a microsecond, it is tracked. So whether you are going in the right direction, the right trajectory, it will be examined. And if it goes slightly out of order, immediately remedial corrective measures are taken. This is what we do in action. When you are doing particular action in a factory, when you are doing operations, you have a checklist, you have to do in a particular way. If somebody is doing wrong, immediately there will be supervisors who will come and correct them. Now we have advanced computer technology in which we use computerized system to correct the things. And this is how we go on correcting. Same thing we have to do in our action. In what way? When we start doing any action, walking, eating, drinking, hearing, writing, doing any action that you are there, what you have to do is to go on correcting if it goes out of order. What is out of order? If you are moving from sattva to rajas, bring it to sattva. If you are getting excited, you calm down. If you are getting depressed, you correct it and maintain equanimity. Maintaining the equanimity at all levels. This is called a continuous awareness. This is what we do in the next lifestyle. We took a master dancer. In Kerala, we have the girls with a pot coming and dancing to the tune of music. When they are dancing to the tune of music, bending to the forward, left and right and turning and all that, what is happening? Their attention is always on the pot. The pot should not fall down. If the pot falls down, then the whole thing is gone. Therefore, you are aware of the pot and maintaining of the center of gravity. That is awareness in action. In the same way, when we are doing the action, we should maintain that relaxation in all our actions. calmness of mind in all our actions, a balance of breathing in all our actions. Whatever action we are doing, you are working on the computer, you are teaching, you are hearing, you are walking, you are running, you are sweeping, you are doing chapati, you are cooking, any work that you are doing, doesn't matter. Whatever work we are doing, we have to maintain that awareness. Yogastaha kuru karmani is telling. Karmani akarmaya pashe. In all the actions, can you see that akarma flowing in, going on, going on? That is the whole secret of the higher lifestyle. Otherwise, what happens? You are going to get rajasic again. Again, you are going to end up with problems. Again, you are going to end up with stiffness and tensions and stresses, and you end up with a disease. So, just at the beginning and just at the end will not do. Because beginning and end may be 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Or the whole year that you are studying and studying and studying. And you wait for only the result. No. At every moment, you convert your action into a yoga. Convert your lifestyle into a higher yoga way of life. What is that higher way of life? All the time with a smile on the face. All the time in an inner calmness. All the time with that inner awareness to the action. For example, I have seen drivers, a master expert driver and a novice driver. Novice driver, he is doing that. Some obstacles come, he gets all upset. He becomes very angry and starts shouting at them. You don't know how you came across. And you are crossing your lines and the lanes. And you become very angry, very upset. And then go on scolding them. But a master driver, how he does, he maintains his calmness, steadiness, and he drives on with a smile on the face. And if some obstacles come, he just slows down, allows the people to go around and continues. And what is the result of that? A novice who is driving, he has driven about 25 miles, he is all that tired, and he can no more drive. Oh, enough for me. And people get so tired in work that they start drinking to forget all their tensions and stresses. But a master driver, he has driven already 100 miles, and then he says, I can drive another 200 miles, I have no problem. Why? You have maintained inner calm, inner equanimity, inner silence, inner bliss all the time. This is how we have to bring in the dimension. Whatever work we do, can we maintain that inner awareness, inner silence, inner happiness? So in our first international conference in 1991, we had here. We had to make a lot of arrangement, everything was growing. And people worked very hard, day and night, and made it a very big success. All people who came for the conference, they said, this is the marvel that we have seen of the conference with such wonderful arrangements that were done. So at the end of the conference, everybody was so tired, and everybody wanted at least 2 weeks holidays, and the tiresomeness was there. Therefore, in the second conference, we said that this time when we are going to do the conference, you should never get tired at the end of that. You have to maintain the relaxation. And at the end of the conference, you should be able to see that you are ready for another conference. Can you do that? This is the lifestyle we want. We programmed it, we planned it, we executed it. At the end of the conference, almost 90% of the people, nobody asked that we want leave. Only some 2%, 3% people, about 5-10 people, they said we want to go home, we want to rest. In the third conference, it was almost 100%. Nobody wanted to go on leave, and they continued their work as usual. Then we put the next target. In the fifth conference, I remember we said not only we should not get tired, we should be full of inner joy, happiness, bliss. Yogastaha kuru karmani. That is tuned to your blissful nature, you should work. So all people should be smiling and smiling and smiling. Not only you should have dana, daya, dhamma, but you should have a smile on the face, bliss in our action, blissful action, not just relaxed action, but blissful action. So everybody should see your happiness on your face, the smile on your face, the welcome thing on the thing, and you should be able to bring this. So at the end of the conference, all the feedback of the delegates showed that your workers are so wonderful, so great, with cheers, with smiling, with all the time singing. They brought out this. And at the end of the things, they were so happy, blissful. They said that we can conduct even 10 more conferences now like this. And we are very happy. The conference gave us an opportunity to work with blissful awareness. This is what Krishna is telling. A lifestyle in which you can work with happiness, with bliss, with inner poise, inner equanimity, inner silence, inner relaxation. Can you do that? This is the one that we have to bring into our lifestyle. This is the yoga education. So yoga way of life takes you to the higher levels. This is what is being told here. All the time maintain that inner bliss and do the action. Karmani akarmaya pashed. In doing action, you have to maintain that inner silence. And we know silence is bliss. So can you maintain that bliss? When you are driving, can you have a smile on the face and do? When you are working at the computer, can you have a smile on the thing? When you are hearing, can you have a smile on the face? When you are writing your test, can you have a smile on the face? When you are facing the examination, can you have a smile on the face and write? This is the training that we give here for the student. So, in our question papers it is written that 10 marks are reserved for relaxed writing and blissful writing. So, our supervisors will go around and then see whether when you are writing your examination, your face is tense or whether you are smiling. This is yoga lifestyle. Bring that lifestyle and you will see all diseases vanish from the scene. That is the way of life that Krishna gives. And this is to move towards the samadhi. Samadhi is absorption. Samadhi is to keep the mind in tune with that wonderful inner blissful awareness. And therefore Karma Yoga leads you to the samadhi. Samadhistha. That is going to happen by the Karma Yoga. Converting every action into a yoga. Turning your lifestyle from sattvic to a lifestyle of duty. And from that lifestyle to a lifestyle of relaxed action. From that lifestyle of relaxed action towards a blissful action. These are the dimensions that Krishna is unraveling through these verses that he goes through. Yogastaha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhanandeya. For that you have to withdraw yourself. You have to have a detached action. If you get involved, if you get attached, then you become rajasic. That is the dimension we have here. Let's contemplate on these thoughts. Sit straight. Relax all parts of the body. Beautiful smile on the face. Observe the thoughts, whether thoughts are coming with rush and speed or are they under your control. Don't allow the mind to enslave on you. Don't allow the thoughts to overpower you. You should have control over the thoughts. You are different from thoughts. With that inner awareness, observe the thoughts. Go deep inside and search for the source from where these rushing thoughts are coming up. The innate rush has to be reduced. Going into the deeper layers of your mind, reduce the rush and speed. Recognize the deep inner silence, the field of silence which exists everywhere, from where the thoughts arise, from the infinite awareness, infinite blissful awareness. The thoughts come and thoughts go. Please observe that. Silence is bliss, the bliss is silence, that is the Ananda Sthiti, Anandamaya Kosha. Let us ground ourselves in that Anandamaya Kosha, in the deep inner silence, attune to that inner silence, Yogastaha. Then we go ahead for our actions, Kuru Karmani. Throughout the day, in whatever action we do, let there be that inner bliss, inner silence, inner blissful awareness. Let us spread the fragrance of that bliss to everyone who come in touch with us. Come to Namaskar Mudra. Om Anasato